So in order to get the second equation, we are going to use the fact that the point S is lying on the straight line NS, right? So if we can find the equation of the line NS, and then we substitute the point S into that equation, then we get our second equation. Do you get it? Okay, fine. So this is what we're going to say here. We already know the gradient of the line NS. In fact, we know the gradient of NT, right? But since NTS is a straight line, then it means we know the gradient of NS, which is equal to 1. And here we can either substitute point N or point T in order to find the equation. So we go to our slope point form and substitute the point N. So this is what we will say. So this actually means we have y minus 1, which is equal to x minus 2. So this means our y is simply equal to x minus 1. So this is the equation of the line NT. And then we are going to substitute the point S into this equation, all right? So in other words, the y value is going to be B when the x value is A. So what? Well, this is now our second equation. This means every time you see B, you are simply going to substitute it with A minus 1. Do you see that? And what is negative 1 minus 1? Well, it's simply going to be negative 2. Okay. But if you look at it carefully, these two things are exactly the same. So you can add them up because they are like terms. So you get 2 times A minus 2 squared. And this is equal to 162. And you want to divide both sides by 2. So you find that A minus 2 squared, well, it's simply going to give us 81. And then you find the square root on both sides. Then you find that A minus 2 is plus or minus 9, right? But what is the meaning of plus or minus 9? It means A minus 2 equals 9, or A minus 2 equals negative 9. So if you take this one to the other side, you find that the value of A has to be 11. But then if you take your negative 2 to the other side, you find that A has to be negative 7. So the question is, between these two values of X, which one appears to be correct? Well, it's undoubtedly negative 7, because you can see that in the third quadrant, it's where the values of X are negative. So now that we know the value of A, then we substitute it into the second equation. In other words, B is negative 7 minus 1, which is negative 8. And so you can now conclude and say, therefore, the coordinates of the point S are negative 7 and negative 8. And this is the easiest in which we can do this question. We use the distances and we understand that NS is just a straight line on which the point S is lying. So if we can find the equation of the line NS and substitute the point S then we are going to use that as the second equation. And then we substitute this second equation into the first equation. And now it's easier. It's now a walk in a park. And yeah.